What's up, Pokemon Masters? It's me one more time, Bright Gamer. And guys, today I have this little analysis of these Pokemon that debuted last week in Pokemon Go. Yes, I'm talking about Ceruledge and also Armarouge. They both debuted in the Pokemon Horizons event. In my opinion, I think they're really cool Pokemons. And sadly, I still don't have any of them. But I'll be trying my best to get them before the event finishes. So yeah, guys, let's get started. Let's see. First, we have this one is Ceruledge. It is a fire and also ghost type Pokemon. Guys, I was just remembering that this Pokemon is gonna be also debuting in Pokemon Unite. I played that game. It's really fun, guys. I really recommend you guys to go and play it. Okay, so this Pokemon is a fire and ghost type Pokemon. It is from the 9th generation of Pokemon. Let's see the stats. It has a max CP of 3586, a attack of 239, a defense of 189, and finally stamina of 181. In my opinion, it has really good stats. The one that's higher is of course the attack. This Pokemon is an attacker. The defenses and stamina, I would say they're okay. Is what I would expect of any Pokemon that's not legendary or anything like that. Pokemon that aren't really relevant. So yeah, I think it's a pretty solid Pokemon in my opinion. It's gonna be dealing a decent amount of damage and it's gonna be resisting a lot. So that's great. Let's take a look at the weather boost. It gets the weather boost when being in the sunny weather and also the fog weather. Let's take a look at the weaknesses. It is weak against dark type Pokemons, ghost type Pokemons, ground type Pokemon, rock type Pokemon, and finally water type Pokemon. Those are typings that are very common in the Master League and also the Ultra League, so I would be very careful when using these Pokemon, guys. That was just a comment, guys. You of course can play this Pokemon as how you want, and if you guys manage to get a good team and everything for the PvP, it should be totally fine, guys. But yeah, this Pokemon is resistant to Bug type, Fighting type, Normal, Fairy, Fire, Grass, Ice, Poison, and finally Steel type Pokemon. Okay, that's great. That's a lot of resistances from Pokemon that some of them are very common. For example, Fighting type Pokemons are very common in the Ultra League, as same as Fairy, and I would say also Steel and Ice, guys. So yeah, it's great to have these lots of resistances, guys. But yeah, whatever. Let's take a look at the attacks. So as fast attacks we have Ember and also Incinerate. As far as I can see, Incinerate is gonna be the one that's gonna be more used because of the damage that it deals. So yeah. And now let's see the charge move. It has Flamethrower, Heat Wave, also Shadow Ball, and then Flame Charge. Guys, I think that the best moveset for this Pokemon would be Incinerate and also Shadow Ball. But if you guys want to go ahead and try new things, I would totally recommend guys to use it with Incinerate, Shadow Ball, and then any of this. It depends on the way you're using it, guys. For example, if I'm playing PvP, I would totally go with this one with Flame Charge. But if you're gonna be playing like raids or gyms, I would go with Heat Wave or also Flamethrower. Well, that's just my opinion, guys. Let's see what else can we say about this. Okay, the moveset recommended for this Pokemon is Incinerate and also Shadow Ball. So now that we look at the stats and everything, the moves, we're gonna be taking a closer look at this Pokemon in PvP. So let's go. So as you can see here, we're already here in PvPoke. So let's insert this Ceruledge name in the search Pokemon thingy. Let's see which one is the ranking for this Pokemon. So let's see. Okay, we have Ceruledge. It is in ranking 374. That's just by looking, I would say that it's really bad, but as you guys always know, it's a matter of choosing the best Pokemon for your team and creating a good tactic. Well, let's see. It has key wins as are Registeel, Skarmory, Medicham, Annihilip, and also Charjabug. Okay, guys, I have to say that these four Pokemon that are appearing here, they're meta in Pokemon PvP when we talk about the Ultra League, I mean the Great League. So if you use it carefully, you should be doing really good because these Pokemons are really annoying. And if it says that you can actually defeat them with Ceruledge, that will be really good for you guys. But on the other side, we have key losses as our Whiscash, Lantern, Talonflame, Azumarill, and also Lickitung. Okay, I haven't seen lately any Whiscash, but Lantern is very relevant. You guys have to be very careful with this Pokemon. And let's see also Talonflame. Talonflame is really annoying, guys. Let's see Azumarill also. Azumarill is a Pokemon that has great defenses, great HP, and Lickitung is almost the same, with the difference that Lickitung actually has, I think it has Lick, and that's a very effective attacks against our Ceruledge. But guys, so far in the Great League, I can say that you can totally use Ceruledge, but you have to be careful, okay? Now let's take a look at the Ultra League. So in the Ultra League, it's on the ranking 216. It has key wins for Cobalion, Berison, Steelix. It has key wins for Cobalion, Berison, Steelix, Cresselia, and finally Talonflame. Okay, from these key wins that it has, I would say the only one that really matters is Cresselia, because Cresselia in Ultra League is very common to see it and it's a very annoying Pokemon. It has good defenses, good HP. It keeps spamming attacks all the time. So yeah, I would totally use it only to defeat Cresselia. But on the key losses we have Giratina, Swampert, Jellicent, Greninja, and also Poliwrath. Okay, these Pokemons, at least Giratina is very relevant in the Ultra League. Same as Swampert, guys. So you guys have to be careful. You can totally use it. You always can use these Pokemons or anything like. You only have to choose the good combination for them and do the good and change the Pokemons whenever you need it and stuff. But yeah, let's take a look at the Master League. It has the ranking 147. Now let's take a look at the key wins. It has as key wins Xerneas, Togekiss, Melmetal, Session Hero, and also Dialga. Okay, guys, I have to say that I'm very impressed about this because Togekiss is a Pokemon that I find really annoying in the Master League. With Charm, that Pokemon is always, I mean, it's almost impossible to defeat it, but if you can actually defeat it with Ceruledge, that's something good. Same as Melmetal, I haven't really seen any Melmetals in the Master League. It's not really that relevant anymore, but still is something good. Same as Session, because Session is really annoying. And same as Dialga. Those Dragon type Pokemons and Fairy type Pokemons, you never have the counters to, I mean the Pokemon to counter them, and that's why they're annoying, but you can actually do something with Ceruledge. But on the other side we have Kyluses, Kyogre, Giratina Origin, Dragonite, Landorus, and finally Mewtwo. And I'm very impressed about Mewtwo because Mewtwo is a Psychic type Pokemon, Ceruledge is a Ghost type Pokemon, so if we talk about weaknesses and stuff, Ceruledge should be winning, but it isn't. So something's not right in here. But yes, Kyogre are very relevant Pokemon in the Master League. Same as Dragonite, also Giratina. Landorus, I won't say it is that relevant, but still. And Mewtwo is also very relevant. So yeah, guys, in my opinion, I think Ceruledge is a very solid Pokemon. You can totally use it for any league, but you have to be very careful with the Pokemons. I mean, with your opponent's Pokemons, you know? You have to use the shields when you need them. You have to change the Pokemon when you need it. You just have to be careful, guys. But yeah, let's go to the next Pokemon. Okay, guys, so here we have Armarouge. Armarouge is a fire and also psychic type Pokemon. It's kind of like the opposite of the Ceruledge because Ceruledge is fire and ghost type Pokemon. This one is fire and psychic. So yeah, okay, let's see the stats. It has a max CP of 3628, a attack of 234, a defense of 185, and finally stamina of 198. Okay guys, so in general, I think it has better stats than Ceruledge. Um, yeah guys, I'm gonna say that because the attack is almost the same, the defenses are almost the same, and the stamina, it does adds a little more, so that compensates a little. And that's basically the reason why I'm saying that's better, talking about stats. But yeah, we get the weather both by having the sunny weather and also this windy weather. Let's see the weaknesses and the resistances. It is weak against dark type Pokemon, ghost type Pokemon, ground type Pokemon, rock type Pokemon, and finally water type Pokemon. Most of these types are very common to see them in the PvP leagues, mostly in the Master League. But let's take a look at the resistances. It is resistant to Fairy, Fighting, Fire, Grass, Ice, Psychic, and finally Steel type Pokemon. Okay, it has I think 5 weaknesses, and then we have like 7 the resistances. So that's good. It's kind of the same for Ceruledge. I think they have almost the same amount of weaknesses and resistances, so that's good for them. Yeah, let's take a look at the attacks. As fast attacks here, Armor has Ember and also Incinerate, the same as Ceruledge, and then as charge moves it has Flamethrower, Heat Wave, Side Shock, and finally Flame Charge. I would say that the best moveset for this Pokemon is Incinerate and then Flame Charge or Side Shock. Whatever, let's see what's the actual best moveset for this Pokemon is Incinerate and Flamethrower. Okay, I was so far from the actual answer. But that depends on you guys. You can totally choose the moveset that you like the better. But yeah, now that we covered this, let's take a look at the ranking and how this Pokemon performs in the PvP League in Pokemon Go. So let's go. Okay guys, so here we are once again in PvP Poke. So I just changed the format to Great League and then inserted Armarouge's name in here, and it's in the ranking 298. That's so much better than Ceruledge. So let's see the key wins and key losses and all this stuff. So basically it has the key wins for Registeel, Skarmory, Medicham, Talonflame, and then Annihilate. Okay, that's great. Once again, we have Registeel, Skarmory. These Pokemons are very annoying in the Great League. And then we have Medicham, that's also one Pokemon that's very relevant in the Great League. And I would say this is good, you know? Then we have Talonflame. Then we have Talonflame, that's a Pokemon very relevant. And it's always very hard to find a counter for this Pokemon, so that's great. And then finally Annihilate, that I won't say it's impossible to defeat Annihilate, but you can totally do it. And being able to do it with Armarouge is something good. Then in the kill losses we have Whiscash, Lantern, Lickitung, Asumaro, and then Stonefist Galarian. Okay, I would say it's basically the same for Ceruledge. We have Whiscash, Lantern, we have Lickitung, Asumaro, and then we changed the Stonefist Galarian for, I don't really remember which Pokemon guy, but it's almost the same. So you have to be very careful with these Pokemons, okay? I won't say it's impossible to use this Pokemon in the Great League, but you have to be careful. That's pretty much it, guys. Let's take a look at the ranking of this Pokemon in the Ultra League. So it's in the ranking 221. It has key wins once again for Braysteel, Cobalion, Steelix, Virizion, and Cresselia. Okay, well guys, I think it's literally the same for Ceruledge. And then let's see here. For for the key losses, we have Swampert, of course, Giratina Altered, yeah, of course, Jellicent, Poliwrath once again, and then Talonflame. Okay, we were able to defeat Talonflame in the Great League, but now we're not able to do it anymore in the Ultra League. That's a lose. But Talonflames are not really very relevant in the Ultra League. At least I don't see a lot of them. So I wouldn't really be afraid of this. You can totally use this Pokemon in the Ultra League, guys. And let's take a look at the Master League. Okay, so we have the ranking 135. Okay, I won't say it's great, but it's still better than I expected. So now let's take a look at the key wins and key losses. It has key wins are Turkey, Sonia, Session Hero, Dialga, and also Lugia. From these Pokemons, I would say the only one that I don't really see or is not relevant in the Master League is Lugia. But it's still good to have this Pokemon being able to defeat Lugia. Then in the kill boosters we have Kyogre, Dragonite, Landor, Styrian, Giratina Origin, and then Mewtwo. Guys, I think it's literally the same for Ceruledge, and that's very funny. But that's pretty much it, guys. I think they're very solid Pokemons. I would not say that you can use them. You can totally use both of them. They're very good Pokemons in their own, in their own ways. You just have to be very careful when to use them, when to change the Pokemons, when to use the shields. And that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know in the comments what do you think about both of these Pokemons. Which one's the one that you like the most? And tell me also if you've already been able to get any of them. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for watching the video. Please like it, subscribe, share with your friends, and see you next time, guys. Bye.